Ay, ay, ay.
Vanessa, get off my back. Vanessa, get off my back.
Let me be honest, because that's the only thing that I know how to be. Out of all the countries in the world, if I was to name one country where I'd say, do not go there and start dating, do not go there and get into any relationships, I am going to say Thailand. Thailand has the most unfaithful women I've ever seen, met, or encountered in my entire life. I'm going to repeat that again. Thailand has the most unfaithful woman I've ever seen, encountered, come across, been with in my entire life. And I got stories for days, but I'm going to give you one or two stories, two or three stories about my experiences dating in Thailand and how Thailand has not changed whatsoever from a dating relationship standpoint, a passport bro standpoint. I remember I was in Thailand, man, a long time ago, right? I ain't gonna tell my age. A long, long time ago, right? If you know, you know. I was in Lucifer before Lucifer, what it is now, right? Lucifer used to be the spot. Lucifer used to be the spot. They had a live band, and behind that live band on the stage, right? All brothers too. I think some of them were from Atlanta or something, right? All brothers on stage, live band. And behind that stage is where like everyone hang out at, like everyone where they were at. You know what I'm saying? The front of Lucifer was questionable, right? But the back of Lucifer is where like all the thick women hang out at, all the brown skin passport bros, men, travelers, whatever name you want to call it, hung out at, right? So I was, at Lucifer, right? Because that was a spot, and I had met this young lady, right? I had met this young lady. And I was new to Thailand back then. I was new to Thailand. I wasn't really on game like that. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't really a lot of YouTube videos out like that. It wasn't really popular. You know what I'm saying? It was popular, but it wasn't really socialized and put on social media like it is today. Right? Everything you do is on social media today. So I met this young lady, right? Um, and she was cool, right? She was cool. And we started spending time together, right? And here's the thing, man. And I've told this story before. If you start spending time with someone, even though you could not be physically attracted to them, y'all just hanging out, cool, whatever, dinner, movies, talking on the phone, whatever the case may be. If you start hanging out with someone time after time after time again, you're going to start catching feelings for them. I don't care if there are two. At some point in time, you're gonna that two's gonna go to a three, the three's gonna go to a four, four to the five, five to the six, six to the seven, seven to the eight. Like, man, she's kind of cute. So long story short, we started hanging out together a lot, right? We started hanging out together, right? And I only really think she was charging me. I don't think she was charging me at all, to be honest with you. But we started hanging out together, right? And let me see how I break it down. Like here's Walking Street. So if you leave Walking Street, right? If you go around that corner and here's Walking Street on the right, I know it's crazy with my camera, it's going backwards. Here's Walking Street, right? If you go around the corner, Walking Street's on the right, there's a light, right? There's a stoplight. If you turn right, right, and take that all the way around, right? If you keep going straight, it's gonna take you up the hill. It's like a stoplight up there. It's like some apartments up there where a lot of tourists stay at. But if you like, I'm gonna go again. If you're passing Walking Street's on the right. At that stoplight, if you take a right, right, then you go around and you're gonna veer off to the leftish, right? And there's gonna be another light, right? And that light is where Jomtien starts, right? It's like a four-way. It's like a four-way, right? And that light is where you cross over that light to go into Jomtien, right? If you know, you know, right? But if you take a left, right, it's like an overpass, a bridge, or whatever it is right there. If you take a left, right, instead of going straight into Jomtien, if you take a left, then underneath that overpass, you make a U-turn and you turn left. That's where she stayed, right? Um, so I used to go over there, man. and she stayed in like a 1 bedroom joint. And like the bathroom was in the back, right? It was like a 1 bedroom open joint. And she had a roommate, right? And her roommate had red hair, man, skinny. She was probably like this, right? Skinny, had red hair, and she slept on the floor, right? So, girl I was talking who slept on the bed, uh, her roommate slept on the floor, right? Passport Bro documentary, Passport Bro Talk Thailand, Passport Bro Talk Thailand. And I went over there a few times, right? And I went over there. I remember going over there, man. I seen these big old shoes on the floor. Shoes about size 17, right? Passport Bro documentary, Passport Bro Talk. Shoes like size 17. I'm like, yo, whose shoes is those? I knew they weren't no female shoes, right? Whose shoes like Michael Jordan shoes, like LeBron shoes, right? Like Shaq shoes on the ground, right? So I said, whose shoes is those? And she's like, oh, that's my friend. I'm like, your friend, why you holding his shoes, right? And here's my thing. A man that doesn't have feelings for a woman, right? A man that doesn't care for a woman, he ain't gonna ask her questions about the obvious. And she, oh, I'm holding for my friend. He couldn't carry him, da da da. He told me to hold him for him till he came back. I'm like, all right, cool. Weird, but cool, right? Passport Bro Talk, right? So it gets better, trust me. So we talking, spending time together, right? We together, right? So one day I had went to her place for something. I don't know what I went to her place for, right? So I was staying in Jompton at that time, right? And Jompton, I used to stay in the view till I got put on and open my eyes. I used to always stay in the View Chile residences. View Chile residence 1, 2, 3, right? And if you know about View Chile residences, they're like brick buildings and apartments, townhouses, condos, whatever they want to call them. Like View Chile 1 and 2 was right here, and View Chile 3 was across the street. It's like a 7-Eleven over there. View Chile resident. I don't suggest staying there, but I stay there, right? All of them. So I went to her place, right? I went to her place for something. I don't know what I went to her place for. So she stayed like you had to go like up some stairs. She was like on the second floor, right? And across from her place was like a pool hall. So I went to her place, right? And I'm walking up the stairs and I'm getting close to her door. And I hear her in there talking on the phone to a dude. All this lovey-dovey emotional stuff, right? I hear her, you know what I'm saying? You can hear the whole conversation through the door. And I hear her. You only gotta put your ear to the door. You can just be outside the door and hear the whole conversation. And I'm banging on the door, toot, 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 toot. And you hear her start walking to the bathroom, and she's still having a conversation, but she walking in the back, and I'm yelling and I'm screaming, "Hey, answer the door! I know you in there! I know you in there! Answer the door, man!" And things started to fall apart because the honesty started coming together. Oh yeah, those shoes are my boyfriend's shoes. Da 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 da. Blah 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 blah. Sorry, blah 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 blah. So things kind of went south after that, right? And I had actually seen the dude in the club with a. I used to go to Thailand a lot back then. I actually seen the dude in the club with a. He was a brother, but he was like 300 pounds. But he had to been like 5'6", 5'7", 270, right? So long story short, he married her, right? I was on her Facebook, whatever the case may be. Oh, I went to his page, whatever. They got married, right? So I could make this story 3 hours long, but long story short, I'm talking to this woman, right? We doing what we doing. We spending time together. I went up there to her place. She on the phone with a dude. I had seen big shoes, Shaq shoes, in her apartment. She said it was just a friend. She was holding them. And it was her husband's. It was a man's, right? I don't know if they were married when I met her, but they got married, right? Because I had followed them, followed her on Facebook for a minute, right? I'm talking to her whole time. We doing grounding pound, right? From a passport bro perspective. And she got a whole man at home taking care of her, right? Story note, she married. Either she was married or she got married shortly after, but she for sure had a man that was not in Thailand when I had her doing grown folks things. Story number 2, right? I was in Thailand, right? If you know, you know. When you go to Walking Street, if you first get into Walking Street, on the left hand side, there used to be a club that had a car. It was like a red car on the wall, right? Like a red car on the wall. It might still be there. I don't know, right? It was like literally, if you go to Walking Street and you just walk for like 45 seconds and look left, right, you should see a red car on the wall, right? So I'm going to Walking Street. I'm just hitting Walking Street. Damn. And I see these 2 young ladies, but one of them was like brown, like she was like like bronze, like a beautiful bronze color, right? She ain't even look, if she was tied, she looked like she had some black in her, like her daddy was black, her mom was tied, right? Beautiful bronze and nice little body on her, right? Had some curves. She wasn't Dominican curvy, but she was curvy, right? Had some curves, and I'm trying to talk to her. I'm trying to spit game, right? And she won't going for, oh, no, no, I don't got time, da, 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 we just going out, da, da, da. So I'm persistent, right? I'm just being honest. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, put a little effort in, right? I'm persistent, right? And she was like, oh, we going to the club, right? Because they was coming down, right? The club was like right here, and they was turning to, oh, we going to the club, I'm going to the club with my sister, right? Pause. Passport bro talk. So I'm like, shoot, we going to the club then. Like, so I went in there in the club with her, we talking, da da da, I'm buying drinks, blah blah blah. We conversating, right? Conversating, right? Passport bro talk, passport bro history, passport bro dating. We conversating, right? And she won't really go on. Then after some drinks, right, and we stalking and having a good time, laughing and joking, spending time with her and her sister. Uh, she gave me her number, right? Took some persistence, but she gave me her number, right? I had to get some fluids in her. You know what I'm saying? Step my game up, right? Go from C game to B game, right? She gave me her number. We hanging out. I'm hanging out for a little while longer, right? I just want to get her number and dip. So we chilling, da da da. I think we hung out for a while, and I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna let you spend time with your sister. I'm gonna get out of here. I hit you up. I'll contact you. All right. I was standing like I think it's Butylate Residences. It's a lot of Butylate. Hold on, it's a lot of Butalays in Jompton, right? And I've had a lot of orders not come because I got this wrong. There's a lot of there's a lot of Butalays in Jompton, but I stayed in the Butylate Residences, right? Butylate Residences. So I think that's the one across the street, like 1 and 2's on the left hand side. I think 3's on the right hand side, something like that. So I was staying over there, man, and we was hanging out, having a good time, right? Like all the way, if you know, you know, all the way at the end of Jompton, right? All the way at the end of Jompton, there's like a restaurant on the beach, right? If you know, you know. Like if you go into Jompton, like and go towards the beach, take the right towards the beach, so you're doing like that Jompton Beach Road, and take it all the way down, right? You're gonna get to a restaurant, right? You're gonna get there. You might pass it, but you're going to get there. There's like all the way down Jompton, there's like a beach. There's like a restaurant on the beach, right? So I had took her and her sister out because here's the thing: this girl, she had a job, whatever the case may be, and I'm gonna get to that in a second. So I took her and her sister out. They want to go to, you know, we picked this restaurant. I don't know who picked her or I, probably her, because I ain't know there. We eat seafood, we're having a good time. I'm talking about a table full of food, right? Full of food. We having a good time, blah, blah, blah. So I'm putting in work, right? And she worked in leasing for like apartments, condos, right? Because if you know Butylate Residences, I think 1 and 2, there's like some houses back there, like little villas that have pools in them. Like it's like villas and pools, villa pools. So every little villa has a pool in it. I might talk about a story about what I seen in those when I was in the Butylate Residences, what I seen this dude doing in one of those pools. No homo. But anyway, she worked in like leasing, right? He worked in leasing. I was in Retail Residences 3, I believe, at the time. And we hang out and doing this, doing that, right? Friendship stuff. Getting cool with her sister. Because listen, if you always with your sister, right? Like a woman with a child, if she always with her sister, passport bro talk. If she always with her sister, I know I can get cool with her sister. A woman with a child, she always, if you know she got a daughter, you gotta get cool with a daughter. You know she got a son, you gotta get cool with a son. This is simple scientific methodology, right? So I'm trying to get cool with a sister. Hey, bring your sister, bring your sister. So fast forward a little bit, right? We doing what we doing, right? Ground and pound, ground and pound. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I said, she was bronze, right? Beautiful skin tone, complexion, right? She wasn't Dominican thick, but she was curvy, a little, she was a little curvy. She was a little skinny curvy, which was cool. But I'm gonna tell you something. This girl knew what she was doing. Like I'm talking about, we had a great time. Passport bro talk. We had a great time together. That's all I'm gonna say. We had an amazing time together, right? An amazing time. Amazing. Like I'm like, man, if you get pregnant, you get pregnant, right? She wasn't about that life. Still did. Ooh. Mm. Mm. So anyway, we was doing this for a while, right? Couple weeks, whatever, right? Because I was going to Thailand like 2 months at a time or whatever. Whatever it was, where I think every 30 days or 60 days, whatever it is, you got to go do jump to another country for a day or two, then come back, right? So I was with her like weeks, right? Weeks, right? And as time went on, she was like, "Hey, da 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 da. I got something to tell you, da 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 da." I'm like, "Cool, what is it?" She was like, my friend's coming to see me soon, so when he comes, we might not be able to talk like we used to." Friend, I said, "Your friend's coming." And she's like, "Oh, I got a boyfriend, da da da. I don't know how to tell you, da da da. I got a boyfriend." She was honest. I mean, like a month later, but she was honest, right? So I'm like, cool, you know? I'm like, cool. It is what it is. So and like I said, this is one of my first or second times in Thailand, right? I had met matter of fact, I think I met the other young lady from the first story and this young lady during the same time there, right? I was there for like 2 months, whatever it was, maybe a little more than that. So I said, all right, cool, whatever, it is what it is, right? I liked the young lady. We was together like every day, right? Every other day, because she's some Thai people, or a lot of Thai people, or some Thai people, they're real close with their family. So she had a sister, they was like her best friend, and they hung out. So, but we was together. We spent a lot of time together, right? So I'm like, cool. So one day I call her. Matter of fact, I think I text her. She didn't respond. I call her like a couple hours later. No response. She don't answer. I'm like, cool, right? She's probably busy. Went home, went to sleep, went out drunk, got a hangover, whatever. So the next day, I'm like, shoot, let me try it again. I call her, no answer. I called her a few times actually, no answer. So now, listen, like I said, if you spend enough time with someone, you can start to like them, right? So I like the young lady. Like I had some feelings for her. Right? This went on for like 3 days, man. I'm calling. She not answering. But I'm in Thailand, and calling. She not answering, right? And here's the thing: when you playing that girlfriend material, right? If you got women out there you're messing with that's not selling, right? And they got friends and family and sisters that know you, you can't be going out because they're gonna see you. You know what I'm saying? So during this time of only messing with one woman, I wasn't really going out like that because I had met people that she knew and they gonna say, hey, I seen so and so at this club or Walking Street, which doesn't really matter because these women had boyfriends. So anyway, calling. So like the fourth day, man, fourth or fifth day, she called me whispering, hey, remember I told you about my boyfriend. It's just, yeah, my boyfriend's here. I can't talk. I'll message you when I can. Yeah, I'm thinking about you too. And it sounded like she was in a bathroom. The bathroom's got an echo. It sounded like she was in like a bathroom stall. Then like a day or two later, she'll call me. How you doing? Yeah, I see my boyfriend. I'm like, how long are you gonna be there? She might, let's say she said 2 weeks. In my head, I'm like, 2 weeks? I ain't even know 2 weeks. Right? Then she don't call me. I gotta put my phone on silent or do not disturb, whatever the case may be. Right? And by the time the dude left, right, because she been there, he was obviously there for a minute. Oh, I had dipped, right? I don't think I was in Thailand anymore. I think her and I was on Facebook or whatever the case may be, and we had messaged each other, but it was kind of a done deal, right? I got a recent story, but I'm gonna talk about these two stories, right? Because Thailand hasn't changed and Thailand never changes. Let's break it down to let me break it down to y'all guys, man. Like women, like I gave y'all two stories. I'm gonna give y'all one more, right? I could probably give y'all 10 more. Listen, if you're not in Thailand, do not trust these women, right? Let me repeat that again. If you're not in Thailand, do not trust these women. Do not. And I'll say this, and I will continue to say this, passport bro talk, passport bro talk. I'm going to continue to say this. Thai women are the most unfaithful women I've ever met in my life. I would never marry a woman from Thailand. Never. Right? If you're not in Thailand, one, don't trust these women. A lot of guys are leading with the money. And don't get me wrong, I've done it. Shoot, I was on Instagram 2 days ago telling a woman that, hey, let me buy you lunch, right? Dominican looking chick, thick, nice body, hey, let me buy you lunch, right? And I done it and I do it, right? But do not lead with money, right? A lot of men think, even me sometimes, being honest, passport bro talk. A lot of men think, hey, I'm gonna lead with money, I'm gonna take care of these women, I'm gonna pay their rent, they're gonna be faithful. Listen, no, they're not, right? That first woman where I said that light before you cross over the jump you turn left and you go on that little overpass, and the dude was paying for that, I'm sure, right? He married her, or they were married. We was having fun in that bed, right? Right? We was having fun in her bed, right? A lot of y'all men think, oh, I'm paying her rent. I talk to her 20 times a day. She's doing the right. No. You know how many times I've been sitting with a woman, laying with a woman in my underwear, or laying with a woman without clothes on, and she's on the phone with a man? You know how many times I've been laid up with a woman and she was on the phone with a man? I'm just saying, a lot of y'all think, oh man, I'm taking care of her. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm talking to her. Listen, if you're not calling her every day on WhatsApp video telling her to scan the room, scan the bathroom, and one a woman ain't doing that every day, right? She gonna say, oh, you don't trust me, it ain't gonna work out, da da da, I'm not doing that. But two, if you're not scanning the room every day, you're not with her talking to her 24/7, you don't know what she's doing. But a lot of guys are leading with money. A lot of guys saying, oh, we're in a relationship, we talk, I'm spending money, she's faithful. No, that's not the case. That's not. She's still, you guys coming to Thailand every 3 to 6 months, 3 to 9 months, and y'all think she's using a toy. Pause. Y'all think she's using a toy? let me break it down to you guys. You guys are coming to Thailand every 3 to 9 months, so y'all think she's using a toy the whole time. Y'all think she's passport bro talk. Y'all think she's using a toy. You come to Thailand every 3 to 9 months, and just because you paying her rent, you think she's using a toy? Come on now. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Come on now. Think about it now. I'm gonna give you a second to think about it. Think about it. Think about it. You done? Think about it. No, of course not. Recent story. I was in Thailand a couple months ago, right? Like July, right? And there's this woman, and I mean, she's still there. Like, she still goes out to, you know, 808 every now and then. But I'm just gonna describe her, right? I ain't gonna give too much specific details, but if you know, you know, right? You probably don't know, but if you she don't go out every weekend, right? But if you know, you know. So long story short, man, it's this woman, and I've known her like several years, right? She used to stay in Bangkok, right? She used to stay in Bangkok, and she moved to Pattaya, uh, I guess for business, start a business. She has a salon and a bar, right? And I've known her like probably 5, 6 years, right? We've never done anything, right? I think we met on. I honestly think we might have met on Tinder, if I'm being honest. Might have been on Tinder. Might have been Instagram. I don't. I think it was Tinder. We never physically met, but you know we've been friends for like 5 years. We always talk, chit chat on Instagram, laugh, joke, ha ha ha. So she moved to Pattaya, right? Start this business, right? She got some dude, and I'm gonna talk about Navy dudes later. Some Navy dude she was talking to, whatever the case may be. But I'm back. I'm gonna go reverse for a second. I'm gonna put the call in reverse. Like every year, she got a new dude on Instagram, right? I'm gonna pause her story for a second. Every year, she got a dude on Instagram. Like, what was it? Oh, September 2025, she got a dude on Instagram. September 2026, she'll have a different dude on Instagram. Tombo, I love him. He's my heart. Can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. Like listen to me, Thai woman. And it's another young lady. I got a story about her too. I don't think I got the time, but Thai women, listen, they in and out relationships. Cause it's just Thailand passport bro talk. Thailand is such a big tourist destination that she's gonna find somebody else. Well, I'm gonna read that again. Thailand is such a tourist destination that she's gonna find someone else. Guys, a lot of oh man, she's faithful because she's in Thailand. She's gonna find someone you break up with on Monday. By Wednesday, she gonna have a different guy. It was already someone waiting in the friend zone. But let me get back to her story. But and like every year she got a different dude, right? Every year she got a different man talking about she loves him. And it's crazy to me. Like, I only see this with Thailand. I love Thailand. I'm coming back in a couple months. But Thai women, man, they always got a different dude, man. But every year she got a different dude, right? So I guess she finally found this dude, this sucker, right? This Navy dude, sucker. And she got a business, she got two businesses there, right? And I think she was working at a smoke shop, right? So, long story short, you know, we've been talking. I be messaging her sometimes, right? She messaged me. We laugh and joke about Instagram stories and send each other reels and stuff. But long story, and since she had said something like her bar, the roof came down or something, and the person upstairs from the bar won't pay for it. Said she got to pay for it. So she's going through a lot of stuff, right? Arguing with her Navy man, whatever the case may be. This sucker, right? Whatever. She, oh man, da da da. When you come to Thailand, that was like July. Uh, when you come to Thailand, I'm gonna cook for you, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. We're gonna hang out. Da da da. Listen, and I'm not gonna get into too much details, right? Because She's still around, right? But listen, if I'm in a relationship with a woman, right, and she telling another dude she gonna cook for him when he get to Thailand, I got a problem. This is like 2 months ago, man. I got a problem. Listen, you know what that cooking gonna lead to? Ground and pound. Ground and pound. And I was telling this dude, man, listen, all women in Thailand gonna go, right? Listen, they have preferences like we have. Some women like this color guys. Some women like this color guys, right? So all women have preferences, right? So if you're talking to a woman that likes this color guys, it's gonna be a little harder for you to get her if she's not working, right? If she's not working and she likes this color guy, it's gonna be a lot harder for you to get her. Because a lot of these guys we doing it too. But a woman that likes this and is open to this, you got a 99.9%, right? And like I said from one of my second story, that bronze woman had to put some effort in, had to buy a drink, had to spend time with him, hanging out with her sister. She won't go on, but persistency wins, right? And a lot of women gonna go. Guys, a lot of women are going to go, right? And this woman, you know, I've been playing the friend zone and she's cool, but she's thick too. I ain't gonna lie. She got a little fat over the years, but when them clothes come off, she don't have no kids either. She about 30, right? Damn, too much information. Passport bro talk. But a lot of women gonna go, right? And she was supposed to get engaged or whatever. She was engaged. So, you know, they took pictures on a boat. You know, he proposed and all this other stuff. You know? And in my DMs, we talking crazy. Like we talking crazy to each other. And this dude, this old Navy dude, you know, they posting pictures of kissy, kissy, huggy, huggy. Listen, and I probably gave out too much information already about her, right? But listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me, guys. Listen to me. I know, and I've talked about men being with women that are working. My last time in Thailand, I seen this girl I knew from Bahrain that I knew she was working. Listen to me, guys. A lot of y'all are going to Thailand taking L's, man. Respectfully. A lot of y'all men are going to Thailand and taking L's. Wifing out women that were working. Matter of fact, you paid for it. Passport bro talk. Passport bro history. Passport bro. You paid for it. Now you want to turn her into your girlfriend. Listen, respectfully. 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 Do not date Thai women. That first woman that I talked about, that she stayed under the overpass before you get a jump team, she's selling now. Because that man ain't paying her bills. She's selling. I seen her 2 or 3 trips ago. Yeah, we can meet. I was in Jomtien and she had walked up to me. Oh, we can meet, but yeah, you got to pay for it now. You know why? Because that man ain't sending no money no more. A lot of women, when you stop taking care of them, although they might have been doing it before when y'all met, a lot of women are going back to selling. That young lady that was worked at a rental office across from Butylay Residences 3 in Johnson, she's in Texas right now doing real estate, and I'm proud of her, right? But this woman that I was just talking to, she gonna have to keep her man. A lot of women keep men or quickly find other men because they have living expenses. They have bills. She's not going to work every night, but she's in the club on Saturdays, every other Saturdays, buying bottles. Either one, she's selling, or two, she has a sucker. Well, listen, y'all stop going to Thailand. Y'all Navy dudes is notorious for it. I'm gonna tell you who's notorious for going to Thailand, taking L's, and getting into a relationship. Navy dudes, right? And older gentlemen. Respect to the older homies, man. The unks, right? The pops. But it's just y'all, man. Y'all stop going to Thailand, taking L's. Passport bro talk, passport bro history. I got more stories. And one of them describes your girl. Get a new girl. Just not Italian.